Hello and welcome. My name is Hearth, and this is a Hunter PvP commentary. This game takes place in the Battle for Gilneas battleground. This is the first commentary in what will hopefully be an ongoing series. As a bit of a forewarning, this video and any others that will follow will probably contain some very terrible gameplay. The idea behind this series is a sort of showcasing of me getting better gear on a class that I don't know particularly well, in hopes of sort of showcasing my skills or lack thereof and how they increase over time, or how they will hopefully increase over time. So I'll get into the gameplay in a moment, but just a little bit about myself first, since this is my first commentary. I run a blog called Warcraft Rage over at warcraftrage.blogspot.com. The premise behind this blog is just a sort of place where I can talk about World of Warcraft and any other games that may take up my interest at any given time. And I should add that I get very, shall I say, rage-fueled when I play this game, because a lot of the things that go on with the community I really hate, and the blog tends to be very rage-fueled, hence the name Warcraft Rage. And I just discuss, whatever, ongoings during the community, events, whatever, whatever happens. And I originally had the idea for this series a few months back, but I haven't been able to really do anything with it because, one, I procrastinate a lot, and two, I just haven't been able to decide on a class that I wanted to do it on. I mean, I didn't really have that many options. My only options were really Hunter, Druid, and Warrior. I think I know every other class fairly well. But I chose Hunter, and after a long while of me not doing anything with this idea, I've decided to finally get around and do it. I thought about doing it from the very beginning, starting out with no PvP gear, or, well, the BOE blue gear that I would get off the auction house, but I decided against that. I have a few pieces of honor gear as is, but it's not that impressive. I think I still actually do have a couple of greens, as terrible as that is. But this is purely PvP. I'm not really into PvE at this moment in time on my Hunter. I have another character for that. A multitude of other characters for that, actually. But let's see, on to gameplay. Later in this video, you'll see my pure absolute hatred of resto druids. I'll just get to that when that happens. At the moment, pretty much this entire game is me defending this capture point here, because I'm a very defensive player in Battlegrounds, especially when I don't have too much resilience. I think I only have maybe 1100 or something along those lines. I'm not sure exactly. But because of that, I tend to stay in a defensive manner, and I stay with other people a lot, because that's how Battlegrounds work. Mob mentality and whatnot. It works. I think I just waved at that balanced druid who ran off. Tossing down a flare, and I don't do anything with it because I don't pay attention. Of course, that rogue, I don't think he was actually in the flare, but killing blow on that warrior. Rogue dies. Wish rogues were in a bit of a better state right now. I used to main a rogue, and it's sad to see them go down so easily. Let's see, Death Knights. Again, mob mentality. The Alliance in this game were being pretty stupid, and they weren't really putting up too much of a fight, to say the least. Funnily enough, I was originally going to do this with a warrior, and I actually leveled the warrior to 85, But then it occurred to me that I was the warrior was a worgen, and as such, alliance, which meant I would hardly ever get wins because pugging with alliance in battlegrounds is absolutely an awful experience. It is one of the worst things you will ever do, especially in the Bloodlust battle group. But I don't want to talk about that. It's an awful experience. Currently, I am Marksmanship spec'd. I do believe that's the best spec for PvP. I'm not sure at the moment. I'll be trying out various specs, all three, Beast Mastery, Marksman, and Survival, going forward with this series, but for right now, I'm Marksmanship. I enjoy it. You know, aim shot brings huge numbers. I like seeing huge numbers. Everyone does. So it really works out. I'll also be experimenting with various, pet choices. Not that it makes too huge a difference, but it things happen. Comes a druid. Not sure what. Oh, I think this is an awful moment. Running from that warrior, I think. No, never mind. This was not the bad moment. I thought that was the moment that brought out my absolute hatred of resto druids, but no, it wasn't. Luckily. That's coming up shortly, though. Hopefully for future videos I'll try to be a bit more aggressive. I will once I get more gear, hopefully. But I know it can't be too terribly entertaining just sitting by a flag all game long. It can't be that entertaining to watch. Not much is happening at the moment. We're winning by an absolute landslide. Because LOL Alliance. Why did I actually say LOL just now? This is the moment with the Resto Druid. For the life of me, you'll see me switch targets to the Resto Druid here in a moment. And for the life of me, I cannot do anything with him. Granted, it probably has a lot to do with me being terrible at this. But, some people say, healers are overpowered in PvP. But I'm not going to go there. Healers most certainly have a spot in PvP. And there's nothing I can do about it at this moment in time. I got a bit annoyed here because that other hunter broke the trap on that warrior, but eventually we get some backup, or not at this moment. I'm just gonna keep shooting him, and he's gonna keep just tanking my damage and then healing back up. I know any pro hunter that may be watching this is going to scream at their monitors and be willing to chew their own limbs off after they watch me play because I'm just so terrible. Focus management is something that I haven't gotten down yet, and I'm sure you're all just screaming at me for using a terrible PvP rotation, if you could even call such a thing into existence. But this druid is still alive. You can't help but notice. But here's where we get back up, and it's like 5-on-1, and he just drops. I hate healers so much. Let's see. Other druid dying. Let's see here. Oh, because I know that this is going to come up. Yes, I know I do not use hardly any of my cooldowns. I have not once in this video touched Rapid Fire or Widow Venom, if I think that's what it's called, the Mortal Strike thing, if people would even say that's worth it, or Deterrence. Actually, I don't think I really got attacked by any casters this game, so Deterrence maybe not. But my Elementium Dragonling trinket. I haven't used that for extra damage once. Yeah, I know. I've got to work on this. I'm awful. Once again, attacking a druid. This one is not okay. Actually, yeah, he is resto, but he's was it the same druid? I didn't actually pay attention to their names, but he's going down no problem. Probably because again, there's like 4 of us, 3 of us or something. Not really paying attention to the numbers here. He's lasting so long against us though. It's pretty ridiculous. Resto Druid might be something I have an interest in leveling at some point. Of course, I guess I keep saying that, and it'll just get to the point where eventually I have an 85 of every class. Of course, I don't have any desire to level my priest past like the level he has to gain in Northrend before he can go on a Cataclysm content. The game will be coming to a close shortly here. Again, the Alliance didn't really put up a fight this game. We just kind of sat on 2 bases the entire time, and one wasn't the most exciting battleground considering I was just sitting at this capture point all game long. But it works. I got the win. This druid dying again. I got a couple of killing blows on that guy throughout this game. Huh. Resto Druids are interesting creatures. I'm gonna come back over to the Resto Druid and hug him, because why not? It's always nice to show love for the Dead Alliance. Always nice to show love for the Dead Alliance. Alliance, please don't take offense to that. I also play Alliance on Sinjin. And that'll be 10 killing blows, 0 deaths from me in a Battle of Gilneas. Thanks for watching.